So now, in our closing panel, we will see more success stories from the manufacturing and the mining sectors and focus on the impact achieved in these success stories. So now in this closing panel, we would like to focus more on the real success stories from real projects and focusing on the impact achieved. It's a common question for all of you. Can you please describe one of these projects that was a real success factor and focus more on the impact achieved through the project? So I would like to start with you, Irene, from the steel sector to give us your experience on this.
Thank you. Hi. Yes, I'm from the steelmaking sector. We have been working in a project called Flex for Fact, focused on achieve new options of flexibility in an energy-intensive industry. And inside this project, we have created a very interesting tool with a model that can forecast energy, a first point for those who are outside the steel sector. Our main energy consumer is the electrical arc furnace, which is the same electrical consumption than a city of 140,000 people in 1 week. So imagine it's time that we switch on our furnace, we can have a very devastating in the grid market. So what we have been achieving with this tool is having a digital tool that can forecast the energy prices mixed with our production goals. So our energy engineers obtain a gun and they can see exactly what is better produced or which is more important when it's better not produced because the energy is very high. The price of the energy is very high. So with this tool, we have obtained energy saving costs. And the other point, we are decreasing a lot in the CO2 emissions because our main strategy for the future is to become a cleaner steel.
Okay, thanks a lot. Let's stay in the metals. So how about you, Vasily? Do you want to share a relevant example?
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me. I would like to mention a project that has begun in 2016. This project is the PREDIX. This is how we call it. This was a collaborative approach in providing a digital twin for our potline smelter. Even more than the iron steel industry, aluminum primary production is very energy intensive. So you can imagine that many areas of our focus have been into improving our energy efficiency into the operations. This was a very large project which needed a lot of effort from both the business, from the subject matter experts, but in conjunction with the technology providers to provide the machine learning algorithm that provided improvements, not only in energy efficiency, but also in raw materials consumption. So after these many years, we can say that it has set a new baseline into our operations that has been a proven tool to optimize our operations. And this is a very successful example of providing impactful success stories of projects like this.
Okay, thank you very much. How about from your industry, Panagiota, from the copper sector?
I hope you can hear me. Hello, everybody, also from my side. I would like to share an example from a project that we have the privilege to take part in this period. It has started 2.5 years almost before, and we are ahead for the completion. It was mentioned till the previous also presentation, that is Rhinoflex. And HALCOR, specifically the copper tubes division of HALCOR, is being part as an end user in this project. And the main problem, let's say, the main challenge that we are trying to face, and of course the outcome that we plan and expect to have out of it, is mainly to take the best and the most out of the energy optimization and flexibility by using digital tools that have been developed in the project. And it's not only that, we combine also predictability in the sense that we have co-developed with the partners, and with CORE we had a very close collaboration already using the Corbit sensors that you have also this product, and we have installed it, to have the condition monitoring of our machines. So through this project, we have typically the type of case, let's say, that we have focused is the drawing process. So for the people that are not very familiar with the copper processing for the tubes part, it's the biggest, I would say, process that we have in different steps. And in simple words, it is the step that we lengthen the tube, and in parallel, we reduce the thickness. So this is the main process. So in this process, we have developed, together with the partners, a digital twin, not only for the product itself, but also for the process parameters, taking historical data and also taking live data, and the experience, of course, of our process experts. We have developed advanced analytics, trying to correlate the energy patterns that we have, and also the condition of the machine. And also, we have notifications in our mobile phones having, let's say, the Corbit sensors, along, of course, with other predictive maintenance tools that we use in the factory, that something is not going well with the gearboxes of the main motors of the drawing machines. And, of course, that means that we reduce also the unexpected failures and stoppages in the production, and at the same time, we have the better asset availability, and of course, OEE increase. So the outcomes for us are better understanding of our process correlated to the energy consumption and the potential peaks that are just arise, and we do not know why, in the energy consumption. And of course, we have better monitoring of our machines and also the consumption of the energy itself. So we know better, let's say, our process, and we are very happy for this. I think it reflects a bit a different perspective, but I believe it's really for us a success, and we are waiting to see at the end of the project the results, and beyond the project, we hope that we will continue in that direction.
Mm-hmm. So process optimization and reduction of energy consumption is one of the key benefits. Marta, do you have a similar project along these lines?
Yeah, for CIRCE, more than a specific project, I think that the most illustrative example or a successful story is our artificial vision system, that we start working on this in FP7 with some proof of concepts, and then we continue in H2020, passing through some intermediary pre-industrial pilots in our facilities. And then now in Horizon Europe, we are going to real industrial sites and having a real applications. Through all this path, we have found 3 direct applications of these systems. So the first one will be the predictive maintenance and the control of the final quality of the end product in a continuous way. So we can monitor in real time if there is any impurity, if there is some change on the texture, on the density of the product. The other direct application is for waste treatment for the sorting. Here we have a very key project that is called Redol. And here we demonstrate the whole cycle. So we characterize each material in a continuous way also. We do all the calculations to pick it, and we go through for the execution with a robotic arm to separate this material. And then the last application that we have worked with in real industrial sites, it's for the study of the combustion process. So with these cameras, we have to take direct pictures of the kiln we have segmented all the key elements for the combustion, so we can control on real time and optimize different key elements such as the flame, the plump, the clinker, since we have demonstrated this in cement industries, and also study how it can be coupled with alternative heating ways and also the hybridization with new carriers such as hydrogen.
Okay, that's a lot, very, very interesting. How about you, Alexander, from the mining sector?
Can you hear me? Okay. I would like to say about two complementary projects that we are finalizing with the last coking coal producer in Europe, so JSWSA. And both of the projects are related to, let's say, one of the oldest hazards in the mining, coal mining, mining methane hazards. And right now, apart it's the safety aspects, the methane is drained from the rock mass and used for production of the electric energy and heat or cool for a mine. So we have developed, we call it intelligent methane drainage system that could proactive operate on the changes of the methane volume and concentration to, first of all, to provide the higher efficiency of the methane drainage, and secondly, provide more stable operation of the surface gas engines that produce electric energy. So, thank you.
So this also contributes to improving the health and safety, yes, like Mr. Patouchias showed earlier before. So from these success stories and from your experience, we discussed before about the challenges from the technology provider point of view. From your point of view, you are mainly the end users using the solutions, what were the challenges that you saw during the implementation of these projects? Vasily, you want to start?
So, it's difficult to implement a solution, a technological solution, into the shop floor. One main roadblock in this journey has been the data availability for us. We have been struggling the last couple of years to install more and more sensors, analytical ones, process measurements, which are needed to have the basis of implementing any upper-level solution. So one part is the data availability, and there is an item which was well explained earlier into this event, the usage, the usability of the existing data. So we have invested into this area as well with a data management system, which is contextualizing the data and democratizing all the data to the end users, which are the process engineers, the maintenance departments, the maintenance engineers. So this way, you not only have data, but you can exploit and dig deeper into the data. This has helped us a lot.
Okay. And Irene, also data availability was also one of the challenges that you had, or something else?
Maybe I made the distinguish between neck bottles and talent, and maybe data availability, it's a neck bottle. But for us, I think the main challenge, it was mentioned during a presentation this morning, it's cybersecurity. Because when we are working, we have to provide data sharing, and I think that this is very sensitive for our strategic business. So from my point of view, I think that the most important challenge is the cybersecurity.
Panagiota, from your side, what was the key challenges that you had during these projects?
I would agree that with the two speakers on those aspects. However, I can add the technical complexity, but from the perspective that it's not technically complex, it is the fact that we have already existing systems. Some of the systems are already upgraded, some of the systems have not. So this means that you have to develop new digital tools and develop digital communication protocols in that sense that have to be aligned and to coexist with the other ones. So that is the difficulty, I would say, in our case, and we faced it in Trinoflex, it has been solved, but lessons learned, let's say. And another aspect that more or less was mentioned by Vasileios is about data mapping and contextualization. Because we have a lot of data, we use some of the data, and we have to reason and understand how we can use the other data. So this is, for us, something that we see, I would say, not like a challenge or a burden, but like an opportunity to improve. And this is something that we take also out of our participation in those projects. So, yes, I think.
And Marta, you want also to share some of these challenges that you had?
Yeah, I was also going to say the interoperability, since I think it's a point that we often underestimate, and then in the execution of the projects leads to a lot of delays in the project activities and a lot of extra efforts. So yeah, if you don't have follow a modular approach or open standard approach in the beginning, probably these problems may occur. And also, I also think that in all the consortium, there are a lot of entities of all the types. You have technology providers, research institutes, universities, industrial partners, and sometimes there can be a misalignment of the interest of each entity. So I think that can also be a problem, and in order to ensure a smooth execution of the project, the common goal of all the consortium must be quite well ensured since the beginning.
Okay. So, Alexander, for the manufacturing people, you see the main challenges were data availability, data contextualization, cybersecurity. Did you also face similar challenges from the mining point of view?
Yes, partially we have faced these problems. First of all, we needed to feed our new system into existing existing communication system, and it was a problem. But something that was not mentioned, the operation of the previous system before our implementation was strongly based on expert knowledge of the miners. So convince the miners to the new system, to sharing the data, to, let's say, translate the mining knowledge to the language of the data science, it was something that we also faced.
So also it relates with the data meaning and the contextualization. Okay, since we are a bit over time, we are closing. I want to close with on a positive note. So, from these projects that you have already worked on, what were the key enablers that helped, that contributed to the success of the project and later its adoption from your organization? Panagiota, you want to start?
Yes, sure. Can you hear me okay? So, first of all, I would say, from our experience and from the way that we work in HALCOR, that the human-centric design is not only part of a trend. For us, it's part of a real situation and in our daily operations. We are involving in the design of every project, and specifically in trying to flex the relevant stakeholders that work in the digital tools and work with the digital tools, from operators to maintenance department. And we try to make sure from the very beginning that what we will design and what we will deploy at the end of the day will be aligned with what they do expect and what it is convenient for them. So this is the first thing. The second thing is something that I mentioned before, like the opportunity, but the data foundation for us is also an enabler. It's not only a challenge that we face and the process stops. It's something that we value. Apart from the technical thing, that of course the enablers should bring value, should bring measurable KPIs and things like that, we do see as enablers our collaboration with different partners under funded projects. So this is for us a strategic, I would say, approach to de-risk some of the developments and the technologies that we would like to see, either in validation mode, just before being mature enough to be implemented in the production, And we are very lucky for having this, being supported not only by the people in the factory that are really committed and with the difficulties, let's say, and that we face and the workload, they are committed. And of course, the leadership that is along with us and really believes that the value of digital transformation is a strategic value, not only for Europe, but especially for HALCOR. So yeah, that is from my side.
Thank you, Irene, I know that Panagiota covered a lot.
I fully agree with you. I think the only point to add is about upskilling, because if we are talking about end users, they have to be involved even since the proposal, because if not, they don't feel engaged enough with the project, and we spend 2 or 3 years developing solutions that they are going to be at the trash. So I think that the only thing to add, it's important to upskill workers, to give them enough trust in digital tools.
Vasily, from your side?
I will say that a key enabler for us is the human factor, and it cannot be just the effort of one. It needs collaboration between the skilled ones that know the technology with the ones that know the process, because there needs to be a process need, a process optimization initiative, or a problem that you need to solve. Technology itself cannot solve anything. So collaboration is a point that I would like to stress out. And I would like to point out even one other aspect that has to do with the R&D internally in METLEN, and that though the statistics is in contrast to what I will say, the fact that we have also released in the news that we are about to provide the manufacturing plant for a gallium, R&D has served this way, this path towards the success story of this key element for the strategic raw materials act in Europe. So it needs to have technology with the collaboration of humans, and also R&D plays a pivotal role in successful stories for a technological and project like this.
Okay, yes, I fully agree. Marta, do you want to add something on these three pillars?
Totally agree. Also from our side, I think that a key enabler has been having the possibility of dedicate efforts in our own infrastructures that have unlocked a lot of different possibilities of conducting different trials through different sectors and having real results to go to the industries and continue the upscaling of the technology. And also having always a cross-sectoral approach and learning as much as possible of all the projects that we have participated in order to find new beginnings for new projects and also new barriers that were not considered at the beginning of the project, and also open the horizon for new projects.
Okay, thank you, Marta. And Alexander, from your mining perspective and experience, what were the key enablers?
Okay, I will maybe add one thing, but I confirm opinion of the others. I would add also the external push that was EU regulation for the methane reduction that resulted in a strategy of JSWSA that was they have seen the problem and they have strategy to, on one hand, to reduce the emissions, on the other hand, to use efficiently the methane that is already drained. And having the problem, we have searched together the financing and the strong consortium that was formed within the mastermind project. So it was one of the enablers, so cooperation within the project.
Okay. Okay, so to sum up, use cases that make impact, selection of use cases that have and can make impact, strong data foundation, and the participation of the human, both the personnel and also external personnel through joint R&D projects, are key enablers that can scale Industry 4 projects. So thanks a lot for your time. Thank you all. I think we are ready to move to the next session, which are the concluding remarks from Nikos and Stefanos.